got a big meal I got to prep for tonight. I'm making beef Wellington, cash. All right, so how's everybody doing? So let me tell you, it's beef Wellington, creamy garlic mash. Um, let's see. Oh, lemon zest asparagus, uh, southern succotash, and then a lemon tart for dessert. Which, after I start the prep and finish it, I'm going straight into the lemon tart. And what I'm going to be doing is peeling these potatoes, like so. Let me get the knife I actually need somewhere in this mess. Alright, there we go. So, we're just going to peel our potatoes. You don't have to peel them completely, but you know, most of the skin does have to be off, right? And we're going to peel about 3 pounds of these bad boys, because there's about 5 people coming, so I want to make sure everybody has some. Bam. And the prep is probably going to take about an hour or two, maybe less than an hour, depending on how these potatoes go. But yeah, we're going to get right into it, and I'm going to be streaming the whole time, so, or as long as the tablet's alive, and then recharge it. Then yeah, we're going to have people coming over around 5 o'clock here in California. It's my time. And yeah, so by 5 o'clock people will be showing up with stuff. You know, I'm making a watermelon mojito that's virgin. And then the lemon tart has a creme brulee. I'm prepping for, I'm making beef Wellington, creamy garlic mash, lemon zest, asparagus, southern succotash, and for dessert I'm making a lemon tart with creme brulee, whipped cream. So right now I'm just peeling and prepping all this food. I still got to cut the shallots, the the mushrooms. Got to cut those mushrooms, right? So yeah, that it's gonna take me about 2 to 3 hours to make this, so that's why I started at 2. I had to take a quick shower because I did not feel good cooking food and being dirty. You know, especially with dirty clothes. I've been fussing about out in public, touching grass. Gotta touch that grass sometimes, people. How's your guys' Wednesday going? You have anything exciting going on, or are you just yeah. Oh yeah, it's amazing. The stuff that I'm making, and I'm cooking for my friends for a farewell because I'm moving out of this place and I'll be back into my van afterwards. I was in a housing program and they housed me up for about a year, and I've been waiting for a settlement, and I think that's what they were waiting for, is a settlement. So that way I have a place to stay, but I don't think I want to, well, it's not only not my choice, but because the landlord wants his house back, so and that's mainly why I gotta move. Nothing really too deep into that, but parts of it, even if I could stay, you know, certain people that live here with roommates, you know, they're not, uh, they're not always polite, let's say, or cordial. All right, yeah. So I have about 4 or 5 people coming over to cook with me, or to enjoy my dinner, and so I'm really hoping that, you know, I'm gonna cook my best, and meanwhile talk to you, and maybe you guys could send some good vibes my way. You know, I'd really appreciate it. Maybe hit that like button. I don't know. Whatever you feel is good and you want to do. All I know is I'm cooking a beef Wellington for the second time. I'm making creamy garlic mash, and then lemon tart, some asparagus. I got some prepping to do, guys, and that'll take about an hour. I gotta hurry up and get on schedule because that shower took kind of brought me back a couple minutes. Not gonna lie. Anywho, what's going on with you guys on a beautiful whatchamacallit? Hey, thank you. Yeah, talking with Tucker. Well, nice to meet you, Tucker. I appreciate you coming in my live stream and talking. Uh, I got the Mormon. I told these Mormon guys I would go to their church on Sunday, and some things fell through. And so they're calling me back. I'm gonna get back to them eventually. I'm a Christian, so I uh, I don't believe in Mormonism, or so much more, even more so, Catholicism. Um, you know, it's just my beliefs. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, well, I'm just prepping right now for the meal, and then as soon as all these ingredients are prepped and ready, then we could get on to the cooking, which is my favorite part. The prep is always the hardest and the longest and tedious, but we're getting right through them. And you know, if you're cutting like this, be careful of your fingers. Move slowly so you don't cut your fingers. You know, you want all your digits while you're cooking. They're essential. If you're young, don't try this at home. So what's going on, Tucker? How's your day going? Oh, we're eating beef Wellington, uh, asparagus, lemon asparagus with southern succotash, and a creamy garlic mash. And then, let's see, what else? Oh, and a lemon tart for dessert. So right now, I'm peeling about 75% of this bag of potatoes for the creamy mash, just to get a head start on, you know, dicing and mincing and all that stuff, so I don't have to do that later. Let me check out what you guys say. Yeah, you know, but they cost like $20, dude, and I don't have that kind of money, so I'm just using what I got. If you ever seen that show, Next Level Chef with Master Chef, you know they have the bottom kitchen with like the bare minimum. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I have a better looking kitchen than the bottom floor. Okay. I mean, yeah, granted, it'd be nice, but you know, traditionally people used to peel apples and potatoes with knives. I mean, granted, you lose some of the meat of the potato, but you're still peeling them, right? You're still gonna cook them, still gonna eat them. At the end of the day, you just gotta get that skin off, because we're not baking these potatoes. We're just cooking them and mashing them. So this whole bag of potatoes is going to get peeled. And these are Gold Idaho potatoes, but they're signature brand. I guess Safeway has their own fields and crops and stuff, which is interesting. Or they buy from local farmers, which is pretty good. You know, shop locally. Okay, here we go. So what's going on with you guys? Anything exciting happening today, or are you just chilling out and going through channels, live streams? Also, if you want, I play Fortnite and I stream on Twitch. So if you guys want to play with me on Fortnite, I do play Fortnite and I do stream on Twitch, and you could join me on there. It's very much so open lobby kind of deal. Um, just I would have to see you guys in the chat before I on my stream before I let you in and play, but you could always check me there on Twitch. It is Maga udders, of course, the same as this one, this channel, same spelling. And yeah, I play Fortnite, I play Grand Theft Auto, Titanfall 2. I did play Dead by Daylight, but I uninstalled that game because I was getting frustrated with how, I don't know, it was just a lot harder to play with these events going on, and then the killers were just too sweaty, so... Yeah, if you don't know what Dead by Daylight is, it's basically a game of tag and hide and seek, but with popular serial killers, and you're a survivor or a killer, and you just go around chasing people, and then putting them on a hook. But the game is just incredibly simplistic, but at the same time difficult, because some of these people have been playing for so long, but even then, I just got tired of dying every game, like 13 games in a row. So I decided to uninstall it, and I will be finding another video game to play. So if you guys have any suggestions on that, let me know. I'll check the comment or the messages in a second. Hold on. Alright. Almost done with this bag. And then we could go on to shallots and let me put these in here, right? Also, if you have scraps, throw them out in the yard, dude. Throw them out in the grass. Because more likely wild animals are hungry, they'll eat it, it'll fertilize your gardens and whatnot. So, yeah. Think about that. Pigs eat this. Birds eat it, you know. Good stuff there. So, yeah, let me get this. And then I do shallots next. I gotta clean this surface off first. And then mushrooms. Mushrooms and shallots. Oh man. Throwing the pills in the pot. Okay. Almost almost finished here, folks. So excited. We've got about a half an hour before 3, and then we have to start cooking. And I want to get that tart in because it takes a minute. It takes about a half an hour to bake, or it has some steps to it. And by the time I finish with that, I gotta start on the mash and the beef Wellington. So I have to do lemon tart, then beef Wellington, then the mash, then the succotash. And by that time, people should be showing up, and I can still be cooking and entertaining people at the same time. And yeah. But yeah, hit that like button. I'm making a beef Wellington. I'm making creamy garlic mash and lemon zested asparagus. So you get 2 options. You can do succotash or asparagus, right? And then the creamy mash and a beef Wellington, which I should. Well, I got chicken stock. So instead of using wine, I'm doing stock or beef broth. Okay, time to wash these off and do the deal. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, we gotta get on the shallots and the mushrooms next, so I'm gonna get these potatoes started. Right. Actually, I'm going to have them chill for a few minutes before I start cooking them, and the water to chill. Okay, we're going to set that aside, and then let me go get some wipes. So always keep your area clean, people, no matter what. Bam. That's bad grease. Smelly bad grease. Okay. And then we got lemons here, so let's clear that up real quick. Bam, bam. All right. Wipe this down real quick, right? That there, all this mess off on the countertop. All right. So, as soon as I'm finished with this prep, we're gonna get onto it to, whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, start cooking. So next is our mushrooms and our shallots. go on and do that. We got 1.5 pounds of mushrooms. Asparagus, right? All this to prep. And our shallots. We got 5 shallots. 1 sweet, no, that's a red onion. That was for my Italian chopped salad, but I could still use it. Let's see. Alright. So, shallots. I'm going to do the shallots first because they're a little more, you know, whatchamacallits. Don't put that in the trash. Yeah, okay. Peel these bad boys, or ladies, I don't know. But we're peeling them. Right? Right off the head. Bam. Bam. We're going to peel that first layer off. And that's that crunchy outer edge. You don't want that in your mouth. It's probably not the most delicious thing you tasted. Okay. So shallots, let me cut that piece off because that looks nasty. Alright. So you're going to cut the ends off of your shallots. Let me put this out of the way. Alright. So, shallot, right? Looks like an onion. Smells like one. Not really an onion. Yeah, that thing. We're going to get 5 of them. And we're going to mince them. Hold on. Just sharpen my blade real quick. Okay. However that works, I don't know, but you know, it's to sharpen stuff. Okay. Alright, we got this. Oh yeah. How's the messages going? Hey Brox Y2 or YT. Yeah, Call of Duty. I mean, there's so many games that people are playing that have weirdos. Yeah, great talking with you and getting to know you too, Tucker. I hope you guys are having a lovely Wednesday. Like I said, I got to prepare for 5 to 6 people my dinner. Okay, so apparently there's an edge or a skin underneath that I should be getting off of these things. Okay. Peel that off. And go straight to the skin. And then same with this one. Alright, much better of the cutting. You gotta sharpen your knives, people, otherwise you're just gonna hack the hell out of your food, you know? You're not gonna be cutting, you're gonna sawmill the heck out of it. Okay. Yeah, my puppies are in my room right now. They're not happy. They're like, dude, you gotta play. Can't be doing all this crazy stuff, man. You gotta spend time with us. Freaking dad. Now, what's new with you guys? Playing any cool video games? Leveling up? School? Whatever it may be, you could say what's up. I don't have set topic or anything. I just like to hang out and vibe with people. That first layer is coming off, right? Gotta get that first layer off, otherwise you're gonna get a mouthful of these shallot skins. Okay. Alright, so as soon as that's finished, cut these and then put them in the fridge until I'm ready to cook them. Alright. Alright, so now that we got our shallots filled and ready, we gotta clean our mess real quick, right? Bam. So it's all about timing with these things. Okay. And the key is to cut them lengthwise, so when you cut them sideways, you don't get big chunks. You get a good line of them to mince, like so. You mince your shallots, right? Because if you cut them the other way, it's going to be a lot harder to mince, and it'll come out a lot chunkier. And all those bigger chunks you want to try to mince down. Okay. I know this is kind of crazy way of mincing your garlic or your onions, but I'm doing it. Man, that has like a potent little stinging sensation from the aroma of the shallot. Okay, here's the crying part. Oh, my eyes. Okay, here we go. Remember to try to mince this as much as possible, even if your eyes are burning from the shallot. You know, you just gotta go through it, ride the wave. Oh, boy, is that fun. Just gotta power through this. I'll look up in a second and see if anybody said any new messages or chats. Alright, here we go. Ah! Oh man, that sucks. Okay. Ah. That's why I did the shallots this because I knew I was gonna be burning my eyes here. Oh man, that sucks. Okay. Just a second, folks. Oh man, that sucks. So gnarly. Oh, cool. What kind of salad did you eat? I'm so nervous for my fingers right now. I could feel you, brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair pulled back, smiling at everyone. And I can feel you, soon after the fires of summer and come. Oh, these shallots are just a burning sensation. They should be so popular. They're so hot, spicy, so fragrant. So cruel to the eyes. I'm just joking. Okay, let's get these minced as possible. I can see you, I'm sunshine in the sun. You got your hands up, and one. I can feel it after the boys are summer. I'm on the road today. Saw they had sticker runs to Cadillac. But a voice inside my head said never look back, you can never look back. Lied I knew what love was, what did I know? And I could see you. Alright, get that nice and chop. Chop it, chop. How do you like my pile of shallots? Chop it, chop it. After the boys of summer have gone. Show you what I made of when I could see you. Okay, what do we got? Well, that sounds good. I was gonna make an Italian chop salad, which is basically salami, fettuccine, or pepperoncinis, let's see, feta cheese, cucumber, Italian urban cheese, crouton, and pepperoncinis. And then balsamic vinaigrette, and then you toss it all together. But I didn't have enough to buy all of that, so I did not. I mean, we still have veggies. It's just not a salad, which is like bougie when you go to a restaurant, right? It's like that upscale kind of bouginess. Show what I made of, I could hear you. Brown skin in the mirror. You got the top pulled down, waiting at Edward. I could feel you will still be strong after the sun's up, sun gone. Okay, now that we got our pile going, we're almost finished with our shallots. And then we're going to continue on to our mushrooms, which shouldn't take that long because mushrooms are they're very easy to cut. Yeah. I got that song stuck in my head. After Alright, I'm sorry it's taking so long for the prep, but trust me, it's worth it, and especially you guys get to spend time just hanging out, talking, and getting to know who I am. I've been I saw it with my own two eyes. So you can wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. Do 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 do. I can feel it coming in here. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Yeah, I like to sing when I'm doing stuff that keeps me kind of motivated and on task. Okay, last shallot, and we're doing it. Then it's on to the mushrooms, our baby bella or cremini, and some would prefer cremini. I'm not, I don't have that kind of budget right now, nor do I have the budget for fillets. So I got top sirloin, which is the center cut. If you get a center cut top sirloin, you'll have a close to a filet mignon, but filet mignon has more fat content than say sirloin. So Sirloin is more meaner on the fat side, so I like the cut. It's a decent cut. Still quality, at least in my opinion. At the end of the day, it's the cheapest man, or yeah, it's a poor man's top cut, you know. Alright, just a second, guys. Alright, let's get our shallots, wipe our surface, and get down to business, folks. Alright, shall it be, or shall it not be? That is the question. Okay, so we got our shallots. I'll be enjoying the cold of the refrigerator. Now to our oh yeah, no, you're not kidding. This meal for 6 people costs $200. But if you went to a restaurant with more quality, you're spending about $300 to $400 to $500 for restaurant service, which in the end, all these ingredients cost about what I said. So, I try to tell people, it's better to cook your own food. You're more appreciative. Yeah. Yeah, it's so expensive. Alright. So, surface flat. Oh, darn it. Okay, I don't have many of these left, so I have to use these wisely. And I'm just going to sweep this on the floor because, well, I'm going to sweep afterwards after I'm done. Right? Also, don't put your food right after you wipe down the surface because you can actually make yourself and others sick that way. So always remember to clean and then wipe after so you're not cross-contaminating and you're not, poisoning yourself with these chemicals that are in these wipes or whatever you're using. So, onto the mushrooms, right? Bam. So, I'm going to start pretty soon here. Okay. Use this tray here. And you don't really need to do much with the mushrooms since they're already soft. So, here, I'm going to do a little bit at a time. So that way all of them could get spread out and get chopped up the same, They're already sliced. I bought these at Safeway. So these were about $5. And in California, yeah. And I'm just gonna you know, crisscross pattern. Make sure that they all get minced up, you know. They're not hard at all. They're just soft and, you know, takes a minute. Just gotta go through all of them, cut them in half, and then go opposite direction. Very amazing smell. Okay. So I got about 2 hours. I should start making the beef Wellington pretty soon here. And then start on that mash in about an hour, because it takes about 15-20 minutes to boil the water and then cook it for another 10 to 20 minutes before they get soft. And you want these mushrooms to be minced, you know, as much as possible. Like I said, it doesn't take much effort for these to be, you know, you don't want large chunks, you want enough minced so they get all that water out when you're cooking them with the shallots. It makes it easier, let's just say that. Okay, I'll check the comments in a second. Please forgive me if you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I just gotta get through this mincing real quick and then start making stuff as we go. Usually I just cook and prep as I go, so I'm trying to get ahead of the schedule and not spend like 3 or 4 hours trying to, you know, cook something because it takes time to prep. So just a second, folks. Bam, bam. Okay. Again, you don't want big chunks because they'll stand out in your beef Wellington. So, yeah, you know, a piece of steak now costs about $25 depending on what cut. A filet mignon is like $34 to $35. a sec. Once I'm finished with all these mushrooms, I'll glance over. But yeah, basically what you want to do is prep your shallots and your mushrooms first. Because it takes a minute to get all the water out and everything, these mushrooms, so it's kind of a big deal to start on these soon. Okay. Alright, almost finished with these mushies. These lovely, they're fun guys, man. They're fun guys. Anybody who talks mess about these mushrooms, just know, these are fun guys. Okay. And then, bam. Alright. I don't mind people being rude to me because, I'm kind of that person. I'll take on, whatever comment people make. Like it doesn't bother me, but the moment you attack my community or, my moderators or anybody in this channel, because I like free speech. I'll let you say whatever you want, to a limit. I have like everybody that comes to my channel basically is a moderator. So I'll do that, but you have to be mindful that there are people before you that have more say so. And even my mom is a moderator here. If she ever comes in, once in a while she does, sometimes she doesn't. She's a busy lady. But yeah, I don't mind you being a moderator. Just, I don't want you to time anybody out. That, like, I don't need people to defend my channel or me. More so just defend others, if they're bullying people, I'll see that. So before I make you a moderator, you do need to show up at least 2 more times in my channel before I consider you to be a moderator. And you have to subscribe for longer than a week, because lately people have been subscribing and then unsubscribing, which kind of defeats the purpose and kind of hurts my channel at the end. So, yeah. So that is something that you have to bring up with the moderators of chat. And I'm not sure if you see Ara or Ava or Benit or even Jim Lothar Harder. I call him Mr. Lebowski, but there's people that are mods already that have been mods for a while and haven't unsubscribed or anything. So just give it a couple more streams and just come in and say hi and, make yourself visible and known. And that way I can know like who you are and what kind of a person you're gonna be before I make you a mod. Those are just simple rules, just basic stuff, you know. If anybody calls me foul names or anything, let them, you know, they're just being a child or being, you know, upset about something in life, which I understand. Or maybe they're just bored. When it gets to a certain point, I will stop them and time them out myself. So honestly, I don't need a moderator for what you think I need a moderator for, but I will make you a moderator nonetheless. You can't ban or time anybody out that has a blue, because those are my original subscribers. So there's a lot to consider before I make you a moderator on my channel, and I'm starting to do that. Before, I would just make whoever comes in a moderator, and I'm starting to learn that if I do that, it's just not beneficial for the channel, because people subscribe and then unsubscribe after. That's a lot of mushrooms, huh? Let's do that. And then if I need extra, I'll just chop these ones over here. Let's get down and dirty. Okay. So, what you want to do, I'll put these back in the fridge. So, let me get my phone real quick. Okay, that all done. Let's get back to my recipe. And then cold salted water. Hopefully this pot doesn't get all wonky. Last time I used this pot, started getting wonky. We're gonna salt the heck out of this. Give it flavor. So we're starting on potatoes. And then one more cup, I believe, will be good. Alright, so what kind of Parmesan? Bring to a boil. So let's do 30 minutes. They should be ready. Place that on like so. And then grab these, because I need to use these. Okay, so alright, so we got that. We're starting on that. So we're going to start on our tart next, right? We got our handy dandy magic bullet. Let me see. I don't want to start the asparagus just yet, because looks like it takes about, I don't know, 30 minutes to cook. So let me put that back inside. And then, let's see. Lemon tart. Okay, so we do all-purpose flour, 9-inch pan right here, right? Sugar. Definitely olive oil. There we go. Powdered sugar. I knew I had powdered sugar. I was kind of questioning it. But here we go. We're going to do our creme brulee, right? Mixing bowl. First, oh man. I sit down stuff and then I go to where I place. Okay. Where is it? Where are you, container? I mean, I guess I could do this. Bam. And then, so we're gonna do, okay. So let me rinse off this knife here, right? And then we're gonna get our butter. Can't wait to show you guys what I got, you know. For the steak wise and prosciutto. So, whole thing, we're gonna get the whole thing of butter, right? So, the magic bullet thing. Magic bullet. Oh yeah. So, I'm going to square these cubes up, get them ready to be cooked. What is this stuff? Okay. So, cup and a quart of 1 cup full, right? Okay. And there's that quarter, right? Bam. And then quarter teaspoon salt, powdered sugar, quarter cup of powdered sugar, right? 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is all right now. Do, 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 do. Anyway, salt has been okay. Oh. And then we get that into our whatchamacallit, right? And we're just gonna okay. So we got that. And then we're gonna cube our butter, right? We're gonna go slice lengthwise. And then 4 slices. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I did 5. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly but surely pulse these in. You want them to be crumbly, right? So okay, add some more. So you're going to add a 1/2 cup of butter, and you just want to slowly, emulsify these so it looks like it's, chunky a little bit. Okay, there we go. 2 little cubes at a time until, all is gone. And we're just making the crust for our tart, right? Forgot the salt on potatoes. Well, that's okay, no biggie. Let's see, I'm going to the local farm to get some fresh crops. Pretty cheap, about $1 every pound. Okay, right on, dude. I hope you have fun at the... I always like going to local farms. Sorry guys, taking a second. And then last but not least, right? Bam. Last 2 cubes. So that's 8 tablespoons of butter ready to go. And then you just get these, get it blended up until everything looks crumbly. Gonna come out a little different, but this is the best part because then we flatten it into a disc once everything is mixed, right? You gotta get that. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna mix it around until it gets crumbly again. Eventually I'll get that. I just kind of emulsified it without realizing it, but stuff happens, folks. Stuff happens. Okay. What do we got here? Bam. We'll wash my hands real quick. Our potatoes are cooking, so that's good. Let's see. What do I need to do next? I think I need to start on that, whatchamacallit, the filet mignon. Start washing some dishes. Getting everything ready. Okay, so we have our dough, our crust, right? What we're gonna do next is, just a second, I'm gonna wipe off our countertop. I'm just gonna bam, right onto the floor. Don't worry folks, I do clean up after myself. So if you do as well, don't worry. Make a mess, have fun with it. Okay, so. So yes, I got caramel sauce. You gotta get a teaspoon of ice water. It's probably as close to ice water as you're gonna get, but just a tablespoon. And you just need 1 egg yolk, so Separate the yolk from the rest of it, right? Okay. Yeah, I think my eggs were getting frozen in there. So 1 egg yolk. Okay. Ow. And then a teaspoon of water. Cold water at that. So make sure when you add the water, it's relatively chilled, like ice. Okay. And then, bam. And you're gonna mix gently with your fingers, right? Yes. Gotta make sure this is all mixed up and good, right? Because when you press this, we're gonna lay down a thin plastic line, right, on the countertop here. And we're gonna make this into a 12-inch disc. So we flatten it out and then we put it on the plastic, right? And you want to mix this gently with your fingers until it comes together. Try to get as much of this extra stuff back onto that pile. Okay, so I'm going to lay plastic on there, and then we're going to get to the custard part, right? Okay. Let's wipe my fingers, form dough into a disc, and then put it in the refrigerator for about half an hour, right? So that way you get that form. Pound of carrots, pound of corn, and a pound of cucumbers. Dude, I'm telling you, I live in San Jose, which is where Gilroy or Silicon Valley is. Most people would know Silicon Valley, not San Jose so much. Most people think, oh, there's Silicon Valley and then San Francisco, which is true, but not really true. Okay, guys, let me put my stuff in the fridge real quick. Oh, the shallots are overpowering the refrigerator. Oh boy. Get my vanilla bean paste out. Okay. So, let's do this real fast. Put this stuff back in where it belongs. Probably don't need it till later, or not tonight even. Let's see. So, like I said, get our thing, right? Oh, I hate this every time, dude, I use this stuff. It just gets stuck together. Darn it. That's pesky saran wrap. Never wants to, participate. Okay. Also, that's pretty good price. $6 for all that. What I just got here alone would have costed me at least $40 real quick. Like just the cucumbers and whatchamacallit alone would be, let's see, might need to add one more sheet to ensure that I get about 12 inches of disc for our tart, right? What kind of music do you guys listen to, huh? Do you like Linkin Park or any cool artists, new art? I don't know much about any of the new artists. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, now I really got to get started on that rolling pin while I'm cooking the potatoes and the tart. So, let's do it this way, like so. That way we can get our handy dandy roller, right? Oh, come on. You guys are just too much sometimes. Get in my way. Oh, come on. This is annoying. This is getting annoying. Okay. I'm just going to pat it like so. That's about, you know, yeah. Okay. So now that's done. Let's get it wrapped, right? Bam. Okay. One more little wrap. And then, bam. Should be good. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'll look at the screen in a second. I'm just trying to get this done. Alright, the potatoes are looking pretty close. I just gotta untangle this mess right here. And then we could get on to making our tart. Bam, bam. set this on a plate, and then I gotta clean this off real quick, our work surface, right? And all our utensils. I'm gonna put this. Ow, ow, ow. We're gonna chill that for about a half an hour. This lovely tart, right? It's gonna take shape. And let's see. Oh, timer. Hello. Any kind of big cut bacon is fine as long as it's not turkey. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'll see you soon then. If it's like 3 pounds, should be fine. Not a big bag. I mean, medium, big. Okie dokie. I'm gonna freeze that for 10 minutes. Actually, yeah, no worries there. So, okay, I gotta rinse out these, and then as soon as I'm done with that, so, set total. Sugar, lemon zest, lemon juice, okay, so we're gonna rinse out this. Oh, let me see. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. Okay. So now it's getting close to that time where the filet mignons are gonna need to be cooked pretty soon. And I can't stall for another second, so I gotta cook the custard while cooking the filet mignon. So as soon as I'm ready, I got 6 sirloins I gotta tend to real quick. Alright, clean out that magic bullet. container. And the blade itself, because you can't have cross-contamination. Make people sick there. Okay. And then our tablespoons and all that fun stuff needs cleaning. So what kind of music you listen to, dude? Tucker? You like country, you like rap, you like metal? Right. Up to date. And we're coming to the point where we're about ready to get everything ready. I mean, it's already, you get what I'm saying, man. I can't speak right now. Got so many things I'm gonna do. By the time they get here, I want that beef Wellingtons to already be in the oven and prepared. Okay. I'm letting the cool air conditioning go in there. So let's see. We got that. We got this. Right. Sugar, lemon. We got our lemons. Speaking of that, I gotta make lemonade iced tea. But we're gonna take 2 lemons. We're gonna get our, whatchamacallit right here, cheese grater, right? And I do believe our potatoes are ready. So in a second here, after we zest these things, beautiful lemons, right? We need about 2 teaspoons of zest, which is basically fancy way of saying lemon peel. You see that? That's probably a lot better than that other one. Other one's way too fine. Okay. And the good thing about this, you can still use it afterwards. The lemon, at least. Moo, cats, go lay down. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you just get the lemon, and this is the zest. This is just fancy lemon peel. That's all it is. Okay, now that the potatoes seem to be ready, let's see. Yeah. Maybe a couple more minutes for these. 10 minutes almost gone by. So let's get our 4 eggs, right? it's frozen. 2, 3 eggs. Right? Bam. And then 4 eggs, and then 3 egg yolks. So let me get this over here. Ah, darn it. There's 2 yolks in that. 1. 2. And then, okay. Whoa, okay, slippery floor. Be careful. Okay, bam. All right. Now that we got all our eggs and everything in, let's get our filling ready. And it's about time to pull out our, our tart, right? Bam. And then we gotta definitely start cooking our shallots and our mushrooms. 2 thirds, so that's 1/3. So, 1 cup of sugar, right? Okay. 1 cup. Bam. 2 thirds, so 1/3. Right there, so. Hold on, guys. And 1/3. There's a couple lemon seeds in there, folks. Let me try to get them out real quick. Okay, here we go. There's 1. Sorry. Bam. Okay. There we go. 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, which I do believe there's 1, 2. Then we got our saucepan. Then we gotta cook our we're gonna blend this for 15 seconds. Then we turn up the heat. Nope. On this front, we want medium to low heat. And then we get our whisk, right? Don't worry, folks, I'll show you in a second. So I gotta stir and whisk. Constantly. And you'll know it's ready when it thickens up and coats the back of a spoon. So for 10 minutes, I'm gonna be whisking. And then as soon as that's ready, I could cut this butter. And then we'll go on to our Wellington. Okay guys, there we go. Just what the doctor ordered. And then we're gonna bake this thing for about, I don't know. Dude, no. Okay, so apparently I left it in too long. No biggie. You can always come back. Just gonna put it in the tray and mold it back together that way. There's no freaking way, man. Oh. Okay, folks. Like, I'm not panicking, but at the same time, you know, I got to do so much other stuff. So I'm hoping this tart comes out, you know, the way a tart should come out. Doing multiple things at once, guys. Trying to use octopus hands here to try to fix this tart the best I can. thick, right? A couple minutes here. Okay, folks, so so much at once. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna do cubes, right? Four. About to get messy, folks. Small saucepan, but I'm making it work. Okay, bam, and bam. So I'm adding the butter and whisking, right? Creating this very lovely filling here that you see. We're just melting the butter little by little as we go. Okay. And voila. And you get this beautiful custard. All right. And then bam, one more stick of butter and we're almost finished. That's what I'm afraid of, is parts of it being too soft or light. It'll crack. Oh yeah. Oh man. I think we are ready for the next steps, which is the filet mignon. And then our potatoes need to still get dry. So okay. Alright, we got our potatoes ready. We're gonna let those air dry. And then on to, whoo, that's almost my big toe. Okay. Now, we get all this stuff. We put our dishes in the sink. Get all the trash and everything in one spot. Still have lemon zest. So, here we go. I will be having friends over pretty soon, guys. We're gonna try that, and then let's start making our food. Our beef Wellingtons. That will be next. Bam. We'll get that, and then clean that. Steaks, puff pastry, prosciutto. So, now onto our Wellingtons. We gotta prep them, right? Oh, that would have been bad. Okay. Bam. So, with these cuts, I'm going to measure using the other steak. Using these steaks as a measurement. And I need my small knife for that, so I'm going to wash my hands real quick. And then in a second here, we'll get all our stuff. Let's see. This looks amazing. How did I scroll up upon such great streamer? Thank you. Thank you, Tucker. You're a very kind and well-spoken individual. Thank you. Okay, let's get this all cleaned up. You know, let's get our small knife, and then Always keep your knife sharps, people. So we got 2, 3, and then let's see. Okay, so we got 4, 5, make that 6 right there. Okay. Alright folks, let me get this all cleaned up on this side. I still have to get this so okay. Oh man, I got my work cut out afterwards, that's for sure. Let's see, put that there, wipe all this off real quick. Still gotta clean my pan. So what you listen to any music, or are you just more just chilling and vibing kind of person? Also, be careful after you, because I'm used to handling hot stuff, so all I'm saying, people, is if you're not used to hot stuff or handling hot stuff, do not touch hot surfaces, because you will hurt yourself. But since I've had experience, you know, hot water, dishwashing and whatnot, alright, now that that's done and ready, now we could salt and season our beef lilies. Get the big pan out for the shallots and everything. So, to be honest, I think this would be perfect. This is, yeah, it's whatever. So, we're gonna pat our steaks dry, right? Bam. Get the moisture, right? We want moisture out. The less moisture, the better. It sticks onto our surfaces with our seasonings, right? I'm just patting these things dry. Holy smoke, are these full of tallow. Okay, so then we season our meat like so. And okay, now we fill our tart with our custard, right? Okay, now that we got our filling in our tart, now we could get on to the rest of the recipe. Okay. Right on. Alrighty, what is this? Okay. Get our paper towels going. If I'm feeling lazy that day, I would just chill and listen to music. If I'm feeling energetic, I'm always out and exploring. Oh, that's cool. Well, at least you're out and about, you know, not just in your room all day. Uh, okay, we need more salt. So, bam. We're gonna salt. Pretty soon my friends should be showing up here. Moo. You guys need to stop. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So we're going to start with our searing. We're going to sear these steaks. Okay. Bam. And 6 minutes. We're going to get this really hot. And then we're going to add our oil. I'm using olive oil. Okay. So, olive oil. So 2 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did enough for like 3 steaks, but let's go. It's not ready completely, but close to it. Let's get that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for showing up, Tucker. Really appreciate it. So, four, and we'll use these for extra, right? This could be a steak welly. Oh yeah. You don't want to touch them. You just want to let them sear on each side for about 3 minutes, right? Or 2. Right? While that's happening, I'm going to be washing some dishes. Okay. I'm going to check up on that that pie in a second. Oven light. So, one and a half minutes on one side. Put that. Get the sides here, right? Okay. Hey, Tom. Huh? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, come into the door. Okay. So, a minute and a half on each side, right? And then we get our mustard, or Dijon. Dijon. Oh, right there. Now we get our Dijon, right? Bam. Okay. And we're going to brush generously on our steaks on every side, right? Bam. Right there. You got to keep an eye on that, whatchamacallit, in the oven. Okay. Bam. Get that going. Yeah. You know, it's taking a minute, but we got it. I should be getting the puff pastry out right about now. Flip these guys, right? And they'll be ready. Alright, there we go. Bam. Alright. Okay, so the steak's ready. Whatchamacallit should be ready. Oh yeah. Should be ready. And these are ready. So let's get those. And then put them in the refrigerator. Hey, Tom! them. You need these to be coated and ready. And then they go right in the refrigerator for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. And then we get our puff pastry ready after we cook our chanterelles, or our shallots and our mushrooms. You good, Tom? So, let's place these beautiful little pieces of meat in our, whatchamacallit, in our fridge. And then we get our puff pastries, right? You want to take those out about a half hour before, so that way you can, they're more pliable. So let's do this. And we're going to refrigerate for about 20 minutes. Let's do 25, because I still got to get those potatoes going. So, heavy cream. We're going to melt some butter in a small pan. And then we're going to add garlic, of course. So butter, stick of butter. Get that going. Right? Stick that. About that much butter. And then, since our potatoes are basically dry now, we're going to melt our butter, and then we're going to add, what are we going to add? Pepper. So a tablespoon of garlic. Hello. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to let that melt into the pan, right? And then we're just going to add our pepper directly into it. And then almost a cup. So we need to warm this up. It's definitely a cup. So let's get the knife. Okay. Hey, Tom. Let me get that for you. That's totally fine. And then let's get you settled down. Here's a chair. I have my live stream going. You guys behave yourself. How's it going?
Well, it's going.
Yeah? What's new with you?
Not too much.
Just starting on the mash right now. Mash. Okay. Yeah, you're on live stream right now. I got people watching us. You can go say hi to them. They need all the love they could get.
I think they're not allowed inside the house.
No, because of the roommate says that he's supposedly allergic to them, but he will still pet my dogs and try to talk to them and give them treats and stuff while I'm not around. Or he doesn't think I'm not paying attention.
Man, I didn't expect that bag of ice to leak so bad.
Yeah, is it that hot outside?
It's warm. I should have had them put it in the plastic bags. They probably don't have them anymore.
Oh yeah, they got those paper bags. Let's get that cream warmed up. Heavy cream. About a cup of that. So we got butter, garlic, heavy cream. And then as soon as the wellies are ready, we're gonna put those right in there. Shouldn't take too long for this to warm up. Just gonna go like that. Put that in the dish. And bring that over here. Okay. Oh, that tart should be ready. We're just going to place it like so amongst and I gotta finish that creme brulee. So what's new with you? You want something to drink?
Anything cold.
Uh,
You got a lighter handy, my match is done right.
well, I don't have necessarily cold, but let me.
Ice water is fine. stay. You stay. I'm coming, just a minute. Ah! Hush. You hush.
Get back. Get back.
I told you I'm coming.
You big old knucklehead. Yeah, squeaky. Okay. All right. So clear, and then clear that up. All right.
That's good.
Here you go. So how's Rich doing? Is he doing better?
Yeah.
If you want to smoke a cigarette, you could go either in the backyard or the front.
Need a lighter. You got one handy?
Check my shirt pocket there.
I had a book of matches, but they were under the seat where they got wet
Ah.
from the ice.
Oh man. There you go. Let me get that for you. Just don't let the ducks in because they'll come in and start eating all the dog food. Watch out, man. And there's a chair right there. Okay. Did not want that on the table. Let me wash my hands real quick, folks. We're almost finished. We gotta get. We still got time to wash and cook the shallots and the mushrooms. So, I think can't do that. Not just yet. All right. Hopefully the mash is not too chunky, but good enough. All right. Let me wash these real quick because I still have to use these here in a second. Still have to make that creme brulee whip. So there's a few things, and then we got the asparagus and the succotash, which are the last two things. Okay. Let me get this all nice and ready. We got about 10 more minutes or so before we take out the filet mignon. I still got to cook those shallots and the mushrooms, so they might be in for a little bit longer than expected, but that's all right. because as long as we get the prosciutto or the shallots and the mushrooms cooked, I think we're gas, man. I think we're gas. Okay. So, let me get started on these shallots and whatchamacallit, right? Oh, my back. And then we'll go back to that later. So shallots, mushrooms. Okay. So So 3 tablespoons of shallots or butter, right? That. Jim. Ow. They cannot be. Rewash my hands, folks. We got about 8 minutes before more stuff needs to be done. Okay, so we get our pan hot real quick, super hot, and then we throw in our shallots after our butter is melted. All right. Okay, guys. Right there, our butter's already starting to, melt. We got good stuff going. Let's continue on. Looks like we got one more person showing up here. Let me open the door. Okay. So we got 3 other people showing up, or 2 other people. So let me, without further ado, get this ball going. So, cook our shallots, right? Get that. All right, beautiful shallots. So you cook your shallots for 2 minutes, let them get glossy and everything, right? Garlic thyme. What thyme is it? Never mind. That's a silly dad joke. Alright, look at that buttery goodness. Right? Now this will be a part of the filling. Okay. In about 50 seconds, we're going to add pepper, salt, dollop of garlic, right? Just a dollop. Garlic, and then sprinkle of thyme. You know what? It's time. It's thyme. It's that thyme, guys. Okay. Stop being so silly. We cooking here. Let's see if okay. Now mix that in, right? And then we get our mushrooms. This is the fun part, folks. What do you think? Is that too much or not enough? I think a pound is good for 6. You know, let it all mix in. We still have to make sure, we still have to wrap it up and, you know, wrap up the prosciutto and everything else. But let's see. We're going to cook it for about 20 minutes, 25. We're just going to mix it around and get all the shallots and everything mixed in good, right? Because we want these mushrooms to not only dry, but the water will seep out and create this paste-like substance almost, and it makes the shallots and everything mold together very good. So, yeah, you want it to become a dry paste. So after 25 minutes, if your mushrooms aren't dry or it looks like a dry paste, after you mix everything, right, then you might not be doing it right. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? Oh, playing basketball? Yay! Well, nice. I'm glad to know that you're having fun and enjoying your day. Okay. Get the toothpick. We got. So next is our prosciutto. Oh, mother lover. Okay. Hello. You can come in. Oh, I'm gonna be a while. I'm still streaming it, so. Oh, I just don't want my roommate to bother you. Tom is in the backyard right now.
Oh, he is? Is there any shade over there?
Yeah, I could bring a chair
Oh,
out.
no, it's okay. Yeah, I'll go check on Tom a bit.
Okay. Okay, so here we are. Making that. And then we gotta preheat our oven to, I want to do about 375, right? Oh, come on, timer. Oh yeah, start. Okay. Hey Heidi, what did you bring again? I'm so sorry.
He asked me to bring in plates, cups, chips,
Okay.
cards.
All right. Awesome.
And, yeah, I think I got it. I think it's open for it too.
Okay. Cookies.
Yeah, you don't need to serve the cookies, those are just extra stuff. They're just meant for the delivery.
I'm sorry?
Oh, the cookies aren't meant, I just brought those just to be had at the house. But
Oh.
you don't need to serve them.
Okay. All right. All right. So now we got to get our puff pastry ready soon. So pretty soon, get that going, right? All right, folks. What else do we got? Nice. All right, so as soon as this is done, let's get what ready. All right, we got this going. Looks like it's coming along pretty well. We'll get that prosciutto ready. We'll do 2 prosciuttos at a time.
I'm gonna shut this and let the AC on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Looks like it's slowly making that paste that it was talking about. And we're gonna go on to making the wrap. Making prosciutto. We're gonna lay still gotta make the creme brulee. All right, one more. And then we'll go on to the next 2 after this, right? Wow. I think I gotta clear that real quick. First prosciuttos, right? We get back in it.
I'm gonna have to grab something from the fridge.
Yeah. No worries, dude.
I'm gonna come in and put something in the microwave for a minute.
Yeah, no worries. Do what you have to, man. I'm just cooking. Hey. Heidi's out front, hanging out there. Oh, this prosciutto packaging is just being a pain in my boudoir. Come on, prosciutto. Don't make me get the sharp knife out. You're gonna make me get the sharp knife out. Okay. So, we get our prosciutto. We lay one down, right? Down, let's see, if I'm not mistaken. Like so. I think it's lengthways.
We're just giving it a minute.
Yeah, no worries. It says 4, but I'm not sure, man. Okay. And you want a drink or something, or you already got a drink, right?
Yeah, I got one.
All right. Prosciutto. You said, did you get bacon or?
Oh, I forgot it, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I knew I was forgetting something.
He asked me what kind of bacon, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Ah, hi. I think I ran this shade. I'll put it when I put it up on really short.
You're not gonna mess it up.
I know, but I have this. Thank you. Can you get a chair? You want me to get it?
Almost ready. One, two, right. Two right there. Thank you guys for showing up and watching my channel. And then flop that like that, right? Okay, so first two, we're gonna get our mixture, right? Almost ready. Almost finished with the seal. About 4 more minutes. first beef filling. There. Right here. Right. Okay. So we want to take our wrap and take our meat, right? And we want to closely wrap that in, like so, right? And at the ends, you want to close that in too, so you don't have overlapping. And then, bam. Tight as can be. So the same with this, right? Tuck in those sides, really get in that good seal, right? And then bam, we get it all in one shot, tightly and surely. And don't call me Shirley. Hmm? Okay. So, there we go. Definitely want to twist the ends. And then we go on to our next two, right? Ow. Jeez. Oh, right here. I'm gonna extra tight wrap these. You want them to be tight when they're packaged. Okay. And then once that's done, tuck them in, the bottoms, place them on the side for the next to come. And then, yeah, on to the next dishes. And then we can finally bake our beef Wellington, like so. And then get to our easier laying it this way. sorry. This saran wrap's hard to work with. Okay, bam. So, prosciutto, we get 4, right? Ugh. I'm not making it a little more difficult, right? Okay. Okay. And 3. I should have started this way earlier, but knowing my procrastination, the superpowers of it, sometimes I decided, nah, layer's better, which is not the ideal. Okay, so we got okay. Prosciutto. We still got 2 more things we need to do. Oh wait. Before we do mushrooms, right? Mushrooms. Mushroom, chintrail, or shallot, right? And then voila, meat. Like that. Back at you. Bam. Tuck there, tuck there. And then voila. Huh? Yeah, she should be on her way. And then one more. Okay. Jeez. How's everybody doing? Oh, power mode. Ava, what's up? How's it going? How you doing, kid? You doing all right? Reading any good scary books? You scare the heck out of me with those scary books, you know that? Bam. Right on deck. I'm making beef Wellington. And then some garlic mash, and then some succotash, and let's see, asparagus, all in due time. But then, you know, the next half an hour or so, everything should be ready and cooked, including, well, I think my tart might be ready, or already cooked. Like me, I'm freaking cooked already, man. Okay, bam. And then one more. And then one more beef Wellington to make and wrap. And then we could get on to the next stuff. Okay, so we've got our steak. We've got our meat. I think it was this one. Right. Hey, you guys could come on in. I'm just live streaming.
Okay.
How have you been, Ava? Or retract it. Why are you retracting messages, man? Crazy kids and your languages and whatnot. Okie dokie. So, there we go. Bam. Cut to the sides. Lose any extra stuff. Oh, darn it. It's a good thing it's wrapped. So, Okay, apparently I can't twist it unless I have enough extra, so I'm just gonna do this. And then kind of give it that extra sides right there. Right, and then back over yonder. Yeah. Yep. Tuck those underneath. Bam, and then one more. Okay. Just a second.
Uh-oh, thank you. And there's ice in there. There's ice in here.
Awesome.
So probably get that.
Okay, I'll make you guys mojitos.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh.
And there's. Here's your black tea. This smells good in here. Here's black tea.
Okay.
And then here.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, thank you, God. All right, I'll be right. I'm gonna put this back in the car. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okey-dokey.
And thanks for the water.
Of course. So, one last Wellington, right? And then throw them in the freezer. And then our puff pastry is next after 20 minutes. And in the meantime, we can make the rest of that creme brulee whip. Okay. Our prosciutto. I'm sorry, guys. Paps and Moo are kind of upset.
Yeah.
One more package. Prosciutto. And then our succotash. Okay. I started at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm still cooking because I had to do all the prep work and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The prep takes forever.
So I'm hoping that everything comes out pretty good.
Sure will be good.
Also, one more prosciutto. Okay. Then we can get on to the asparagus and the rest, the succotash. So, wow. 4 shallots and a pound of mushrooms, or a pound and a half, more or less. It's actually good. Okay, so now that's cooked. Bam, and then like so, right? Okay, there we go. So you want to use the edge, and then as you're rolling it, you unlatch it, and then roll it and to tuck it in, and then bam. You have extras. Just go ahead, you know, bam, 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 bam. Okay. All right. Whew. Second time I almost lost the belly. Okay. And there we go. So, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Still gotta get those mojitos. So, let's get that watermelon after the asparagus and everything. Hey, Paps and Moo are kind of bored. They know that you guys are around. They just was wondering if you guys could.
They won't run the street?
Well, don't leave the gate open, but
Oh, is there any shade? Is there any shade out
there's shade in the back. Do those later. Does this look good? Yeah, it's so. All right. Wash that. Put those in for 20 minutes. There's 5, 7. Right. Ow. Yeah. Okay. I gotta clean this area real quick. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm taking a break.